Here we go again. Catch 22.
2026.
2020, you know, I said 3 there. 2026. But we've changed it up. Most folk would make it easier when you failed the first time, but no, I know him.
I think last year it was one of the highlights of like the whole year's fishing, but we failed. All right, so yeah, as Gordon says, the sensible thing would have to
make it easier.
Taking out some of the difficult ones, but there's a fun in that.
The tub gunner that we failed on is there.
It's still there.
But you've put 6 new ones in?
We've mixed up a little bit. We didn't want the species to be exactly the same as last year, so 7 new ones. So almost a third of the species are completely brand new.
You'll need to ring them off.
Don't know if I can remember it. But session 1 of Catch 22 2026, and we're after anything we can get, anything to get us off the board. But as in Catch 22 fashion, the little tile with our targets,
he's proud of this wee thing.
I like that, is right here.
Yes.
So here are our 22 species. I feel like I'm presenting the weather here. Cloudy with the chance of hopefully fish. Hopefully fish. So yeah, 22 species. I'm worried about a couple of them. And as soon as I put them in there, I was like, haddock.
Got one haddock in my puff.
We've got haddock on charter boats, but might struggle to find one.
We're allowed to use charter boats in this challenge.
We might need to. Any that you're a bit worried about?
Them all. The 7 you put in.
Place is going to be
got one of them in my life as well.
Tricky one. So we might need a little bit of help in this one.
So place, haddock, ling.
So, ling. Now that is one of hopefully today's targets.
Yes. We do have 2 ling rods and 2 conger rods out.
So ling and conger, is that the main sort of targets for?
The rods
today.
are out already. We're organised today.
And
Apart for the bait. The bait's not the greatest. We could have better bait, but we had freezer issues and supply issues and all that stuff. But
yeah, ling's going to be one of the tough ones, so we thought we'll take this opportunity to get out early.
I'm still standing here with this tile.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah. Just familiarise yourself with it. Buy ling, haddock, place, and a leopard spotted goby.
I've never caught one.
Whose idea was that? That's this little one, just on the closest side to us here. One of the smaller species, and we've got common Blennies and things like that in there that have switched places with Thornback Blennies. I think Dragonette's gone. It's not going to be easy. So as we usually do, these are the 22 species. We'll now cover them up, and they will only be revealed when we catch them.
Yep. So, tile away.
Let's go.
So genuinely, ling, conger are the target today. That's what we've came here to this mark for, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we can also potentially tick off quite a few.
Potentially.
We've already had one.
Aye, a little pollock.
On the list?
It's not on the list. It was taken off the list in place of haddock. So haddock is taking the place of the pollock, which I have just caught.
Aye.
But there's pollock around, so hopefully, fingers crossed, there might be a few Coallies around as well, because Coallies is one that we kind of fluked last year, and I think we need to redeem ourselves on that one and actually catch some proper coalfish.
There's quite a few smaller species here we should be able to get.
Possibly. We've never fished in the winter. This is January, so it's a bit of an unknown, but there's only one way to find out.
Well, the last one was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so hopefully this second stab at Catch 22 is as good and as much fun as the last one was, because it did go surprisingly well.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. It just makes catching these little fish all the more rewarding. It is, isn't it? Right. We're not going to catch them standing here chatting. So
you want to set a float rod up with a drifting bait, and I'll keep my lure rod with a lure on it.
Something like that.
And then we've got all 4 bases covered.
I'm thinking a wee drop shot down the side.
Try to get him to marry a team player. He didn't even want to share tripods earlier.
I'll share a tripod, but I ain't sharing.
Only because I got on the line.
I'm not sharing rods. He's like, we'll take shots each with rods.
Aye, that's
my rod.
Aye. I'll get the line and he'll know it. He'll be spewing.
Right, Catch 22 is underway. 4 big baits already out. 2 at distance. to where we've had ling in the past, and two really short, just off the sort of rough stuff right underneath us there. Because I reckon there's a few conger eels to be had out here, and we are going to fish into darkness today. We're going to fish the tide down, it's on its way out just now. Then we're going to fish it right up to high tide, which is about 7:30 this evening, which should hopefully provide perfect conditions for conger eels and ling, and pretty much anything else. But we're going to try and cover all bases. We're going to try and get a good start today. It might not happen, but we're aiming for a good start. So I've got little metal, standard little stinger, and I'm just going to chuck that out and jig it back. And I think we've got a few other little tricks up our sleeve as well. But this is where the pollocks come already, little pollock on the lure. I'm hoping there's some coalies out here. We have fished this mark before and hoped for coalies. Didn't quite come to fruition. And last year we fluked a couple of coalies, small ones. I'd like to get a couple of proper ones this time round. Really deep here and it drops off really quick, so I'm just letting it sink to the bottom and then we'll work it up the slope. Try and stay active, cover all the methods, let the big rods do their job. And you never know, it might come good. I was not expecting this wind. The forecast was for an easterly and that would have given us loads of protection. It's belting down the loch here and it's not bad, but I'm hoping it swings round a wee bit later. Right, I'm going to persevere with this. I think Gordon's going to try one of his favourite techniques and we'll catch some fish.
That was the first bite, a proper dunt in that float. Fishing a slither of mackerel. About like 20 feet down. Usually you're that amazed that the float got under, you forget to strike. Wonder if that's away with the strip. We'll give it a few more minutes and see if it materialises. Doesn't matter what type of float it is, innit? You can't help but love watching it. Still there. Not fishing far out at all. As Alex says, that wind's a bit. Come on, he's a first species. Right, we'll be back.
Something small. Ah. It's another pollock. Ah, I was hoping it was going to be a Coallie. Well, 2 pollock. There'll be Coallies there, I'm sure there will be. Seem to have found a little shoal of, it's a Coallie! Don't come off, don't come off, don't come off! Number 1 off the list. By design, none of your fluky catches this time. I knew there would be Coallies there. And there he is, species number 1 of Catch 22 2026. Well done. There you go, it was worth it. Let's get a wee photograph so we can add that to the overall total.
Right, well, I've nicked Alex's lure rod while he was sorting his drop shot. And we're into something on that metal lure. I suspect pollock or Coallie, but I'm going to say Coallie because it's no fighting at all like a pollock that I know. No, this one. It's going now.
Right, we've got a substitute lure rod. 3 casts I've had in this sort of direction. I think Gordon had one as well. And within a couple of turns of the reel, we've hit fish. So that's 4 casts and 4 fish. As soon as the camera comes out, however. Let's see if we can get one on camera here. So just let it sink right to the bottom. There you go. And then just sort of sink and draw it in. And we were into fish quite quickly. But like I said, camera pressure. There we go. Whoa! Yep, there we go. Oh, no, he's off. There's obviously a big shoal of fish out there. Might need to cast this over the top of them again and come through them. So I'm hoping that along with the pollock and the Coallies that are out there might be a couple of codling. Can tick that off today, that would be good. Yeah, let's get that out there again. Right, try that again. There's 2 hits there, 2 misses. Pretty deep out there, must be 50, 60 feet. I'm just feathering that lure down to the bottom. While we've been chucking the lures around there, I just glanced up and I seen Gordon's big rod fished at distance. Took an absolute big thump on it. But we went up there and there was nothing there, but it was definitely a bite. I've had a couple of little knocks on the LRF stuff down the side. Chance that there'll be gold cinnies, but hopefully there's a couple of Gobys down there. And we've still to get the turn of the tide. And then the onset of darkness as well, which might bring out some bigger fish. There we go, we're in. think this one's very big. But yeah, there must be loads of fish out there. It's good fun on light gear. What have we got this time? That's another Coallie by the looks of it. Another nice Coallie. So we've definitely, oh no, that's pollock. Pollock. Both of us called Coallie there, didn't we? That was weird. No, a little pollock. Could have sworn that was a Coallie there. Right, another one. Watch my step here, it's a bit of a a bit of a precarious position here. I'll be very surprised if we don't hit a fish here. It's pretty much been every cast. Oh, it gives a codling or something. And even a little ling will take a lure. They don't need to be big to count for catch 22, so take anything. There we go. Yeah, about halfway in. It's still quite deep, but getting smaller. A little pollock. Let's see if I can keep my ratio up of a bite every cast. As much fun as this is, it's those big rods that we need to spring into life. So these fish must be sitting well off the bottom, because I'm not really letting the lure sink much once I begin that retrieve. So yeah, they must be sitting mid-water. There'll be a feature out there, a big reef or something. Huh. Well, so much for every cast. It's rubbish, maybe.
Not been able to hook anything on this float there. It was sitting with it. Caught a fish and didn't break anything.
I think there might be something on this. There is. As soon as that lure hit the bottom, it just sat there. Over it went. It's the tiniest pollock ever. I was hoping that was going to be something else. The lure's about the same size as the fish. So far, pollock, 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 one coal fish. Get another one. Bigger one. There you go. It's great fun, this light gear, light spinning. That's probably the best one of the day so far. Well, the Coallie's the best one of the day, but as far as pollock go, absolutely smashed it. They hit it hard, those pollock, and they're only small fish. Well, I changed one of my big baits there for a 2-hook flapper with a couple of wee strips of mackerel on it. It's just a couple of proper bumps there. Not convinced it's still there though. I think we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Good sign though. If that's something different, a grey gurnard, we're after one of those still. They're known to be around this area. Dub gurnard. Aye, right. We'll leave it, let it develop. Another couple of casts with the lure there, and 2 casts and no fish. I was under. Maybe they've moved off, but changing the angle of the cast a little bit further into the bay. And this one's come along. Feels a bit of a better fish. I don't think it's huge, but it's much better than the tiddlers that we've been getting. What have we got? It's a nice pollock, it's a nice one. Oh no, he broke me off. What breaking strain's that, fluoro? Oh no, mate, it was mine, eh? I need to put some stronger line on. £10 fluoro's not cutting it. Damn it. Well, just getting on for 3 o'clock. Got about an hour left until it's dark. Caught plenty of fish, loads of pollock, 1 Coallie, and that's the fish that matters. That's the fish that's kicked us off catch 22. But the big rods, a couple of bumps, but not really much has happened. I'm still fishing a scratching rig on 1. Gordon's still fishing 2 big baits, 1 in close and 1 out far. As it starts to get dark, that scratching rig will become a conger rig, because I'm basing the success on this trip on whether or not we can get an eel tonight. Apparently this is a decent area for eels. Whether that's seasonal, I don't know. We are mid-winter, so it's hard to sort of predict what's going to happen. But we've caught fish. Can we catch any more? I'm confident. I am confident that something will turn up during the night. But even the pollock now have kind of disappeared. We've been pre-baiting a little bit. So we've been using obviously mackerel strips as bait, or mackerel baits today. So any of the sort of offcuts, the heads, the backbones, they're just getting ditched over the side here. Because that's where I'm planning on putting the conger baits, just straight down in front of us. But yeah, going to persevere with the lure for another 20 minutes or so. Give the drop shot stuff, the LRF stuff, one more go before it gets dark. And then sit down and wait for one of those rods to bend over. There you go, situation report. Complete.
Right, well, I've been having a great day. I thought my day was going to get slightly better there when I pulled out a rock cook, which is on a bit of squid. I changed my hook size as I was getting loads of bites. I had a slightly bigger size 6 Chinook hook on. Dropped it down a few sizes and I got a gold cinny and then a rock cook, but guess what he took off the list? Rock cook. So we'll get, that was a female, wasn't it? He thought I said cuckoo as well. He got excited. But I've stuck with this all day, just changing the depths, casting at distance, casting where Alex was hitting them on the lures, bringing it in. As the tides come in, I've started fishing a lot closer into the rocks and, as I say, started getting bites. But again, it just shows you the value of dropping your hook down to smaller sizes. We just might get something that's on that list. To be honest with you, I can't even remember if it's on the list, but I'm going to go and get another bit of that squid. I'm just shouting species in now when I catch them. Is that on the list? Right, as you can see, it's getting dark. So before we sit down and have our dinner, fresh herring bacon out. Hopefully the Ling, I fancy their tea as well. So I'm going to ping this out as far as it'll go. Not too bad for me. There we go. My new pen wheel. The wind's caught a lot of that line there. Did you go more right with your cast?
No.
I haven't went over you, have I? Right, that went.
Just as that lights went, starting to get bites down the side here. Got him. What's that? Oh, goby, goby, goby.
You've changed the Gobys round, haven't you?
It's the same last year. These wee buggers were a pain. We were after black gobies last year.
Oh, was that not the ones we wanted last year?
No,
All right,
no,
sorry,
it was
I
black
thought
goby we wanted last year. Look, we kept getting these rock gobies. This year, it's a leopard spotted goby. But you know what? It's the first goby of the day, so I might persevere with this. Because there might be a few more down there. It's another species for the day. That says on what? 5 species for the day? It's not bad for January.
Well, that's species number 6, and obviously it's no on the list. A wee long-spined scorpion with the long spines in the front of its head there, just above its eyes. Not as pretty as the short spines, but I think we did the discorders for this one.
Getting a bit of interest on this big bait out at distance. Not the biggest of bites, however, but definitely some movement. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I reckon that might be there. What have we got here? He's still there. Let's just go for him. That is a pennel rig, so the hook and top and bottom. Nothing.
Told you, don't fucking rough it.
Huh. Definitely a bite. That's frustrating.
A bit hasty, Mr. Alex.
Let's have a look at the old bait.
Yeah.
Ah.
That could be crabs.
Nah, it was definitely a fish. I reckon that may have been like a small ray or something like that. It definitely wasn't a ling.
A rays on the list.
Rays are on the list.
Something on
Rays
that,
are on the list. Right, let's get that rebait and get it back out of there. A little bit of hope.
For a week, few hours,
Well, we knew it was going to be difficult to do. Right, rebait. I'll just recast that and it's went again. At least I think it has. I am sitting a fair bit away from my rod. And it is pretty dark, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that go over. Sure it did. I'm questioning myself now. Maybe not. I'll come back to it.
I'll catch 22 on the float rod for me. I think I've fished this float at every depth that this wee bay's got to offer. I've been at 10 feet, I've done it about 40 feet. But the amount of fish that Alex caught in the lure the day was... couldn't film them all. I would have just get blown, do you know what I mean? So the main one that we hoped for, that we could call today a relative success, was the Coallie. I'm sticking to my guns that era start bite there, and struck just a wee bit too early. I'm holding this braid in my finger and I can feel there's still getting bites. As the tides come in, all the smaller species seem to have come out as darkness fell. We've had sea scorpions, we've had rock cooks, we've had gold sinnies, we've had the odd pollock. Just not any that are on this list that Alex has compiled. We're on to 6:45. Pretty disappointed the big rods haven't went. Keep expecting to hear that reel going click, 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 but no. So we've got another 45 minutes or so before half tide. And then it'll be a wee jaunt up the road. It's very similar to the last catch, 22. A tough start on the eels, didn't get any. Despite our best efforts. Conditions are like the polar opposite, it's very mild in comparison. I think the last time we were doing it minus double figures, weren't we? It was that, I think part of the loch was frozen up the top end, if I remember correctly. But the biggest difference is we've got one for one. We'll take that. Even if I didn't catch it, but I'll take it. Right, that light's blinding me, I can't see my float now.
Looks like we've got another inquiry. That proper went over a minute ago.
And took a lot of line.
Yeah.
Yep, something's there.
Right, Gordon, when do I strike?
Let it, doesn't look...
Again, I don't think it's a very...
just playing a bit with it.
I don't think it's a very big fish, I think it's something small. Come on. Yeah, just a small fish, I think. See, now I think I should have hit that. No, it's still there.
Yep, there it goes.
Can I go for it? Can I hit it yet?
I would say so. Ultimately, it's your decision. But it did take some of that line.
I reckon it's still there.
I thumped my heat torch off.
I don't think it's big, whatever it is. I'll be surprised if we hook this, but...
He's something to end on.
I know. Something on the list, preferably.
Laughing. Some of my rod just buckled there. I think that could be a wee line.
You reckon? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not there, let's go for it. We've got it, whatever it is. It is not heavy, but we've got it. Yeah, we've definitely got something. What is it? It's not heavy at all.
Doesn't need to be massive, it just needs to be a line or a nail.
I don't think it's either.
A wee codling or something.
Could be a little codling, which is good. We'll take a little codling. I don't know, it doesn't feel heavy like at all. Is that it up on the surface? Is that a ray?
Is that a ray?
Looks like a ray.
Is that a ray?
It is a ray. Thought it might have been a ray with the way that bite was.
Species number 2.
It is species number 2. And it's not massive. But you know what? See, just to get a little bit of confidence going, I think we'll count him. We will probably catch bigger thornies. I'm almost certain of it. But species number 2 of catch 22, 2026.
Can you get a photo?
Thornback Ray, yes, we need a little photograph.
Time is high tide.
No.
7:34 p.m. I've been here since 9:10,
9:30, yeah.
and we've tried drop shotting, we've tried float fishing, we've tried lure fishing, we've tried Texas rig type style lure dragging along the bottom with big wee wiggly worm wings.
We didn't get what we came for. We came for a ling and a conger,
Yes,
but we still had 7 species.
yes, which isn't too bad.
Not too bad considering the time of year.
We did get 2 on the list.
I'm happy with the Coallie.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. That was one that I had sort of earmarked for this place, and kind of early on get it done, get it out of the way, because they can be tricky. It's one of these ones again that shouldn't be tricky,
year, didn't we?
but they can be. So to get that today is good, and then a wee ray, a wee Thornback, just to sort of double up our winnings, so to speak.
It was a better start than last year. That's the main thing, isn't it?
But aye, no ling. That is going to be a tricky one.
About an hour ago he says, I think I've made this too hard. What do you think, Sherlock?
Yeah, I've got concerns about a ling, a place, a haddock, and a leopard spotted goby. I've even got concerns about a common blenny. We might need to start turning rocks over to find those.
Rod and line on
Butterfish. There's a butterfish on there as well.
I know why.
Don't know, thought it'd be interesting.
Do you have a few Stellas that night you done that?
So yeah, they all need to be caught on rod and line. That's the challenge.
There's a certain young lad down at Greenock, we know.
Aye.
Christopher.
We'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch. Right, now we've got to drive home.
So just before we do, this is session 1
Yes.
of Catch 22.
Oh, your wee.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. I think Marshall is.
And you can see Thornback, Coallie,
Lit up.
uncovered. Right.
Aye.
You struggled a wee bit today, didn't you? You were, aye. Yep.
I did struggle today.
Well,
Life. So on that bombshell.
we'll see you next time.
See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Just feel to fucking walk anywhere.